Good everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm one of the best educational consultants. Thank you so much for watching my video, sharing my video, and giving my video a thumbs up. Really appreciate more. Really appreciate, really appreciate. We're happy, we're happy. In today's video, we're going to talk about measuring instruments. Now, first of all, we're going to look into them one after the other. Remember, these are the Jamb syllabus. We are treating Jamb syllabus one after the other. So now, let's go to measuring. Remember, our topics lies on measurements. So now we are going to talk about number one. We talk about you are talking about measurement of rent. How you measure rents. There are three instruments you can use to measure rent. We take number one, which is meter rule. What are you going to see in Jamb this year? You're going to see this meter rule in Jamb question. In Jamb question, they're going to ask you this question. Whenever you hear or you see, they're asking you, dash is used to measure length of anything. Length of anything is called meter rule. Meter rule. Length of anything. Length. Once you hear length, irrespective of that subject, irrespective of that object, it is called meter rule. It is used to measure length, larger length. Bear this in mind: length, used to measure length of any object. So there's another thing you will know here. Then we ask you the reading accuracy. So they can ask you any question with any paraphrase. They can paraphrase it. Know that they are talking about reading accuracy. They can paraphrase it with estimated error. They can use anything to ask you this question, but know that this is the reading accuracy. Am I communicating? They can paraphrase it. They cannot ask you direct with reading accuracy. You understand? They can use other forms to ask you this question. So know that they are talking about reading accuracy of a meter rule. So your answer should be reading accuracy or anything Jamb asks you. 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. Okay, see how Jamb will ask you this question. This is the leading accuracy of a meter rule. Jamb can ask you the estimated error of meter rule is dash. So this is the error. They can also ask, they can use another method to ask you the question. So this is the answer for meter rule. So are you getting me? They can use this formula. They can use any way, anything they talk. So far is meter rule. The answer is 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. Do you understand? It simply means that this is the least you can get. So see it. Listen. Look at the ball. Look at me. Listen. If Jamb asks you question and it simply means that this one does not go with points. So you see something like this in the option 0.1 millimeter, or you see something like 2.5 millimeter. It's a long measurement because this is a whole number. You can get a decimal point. This one, for this one now, you can be getting something like 5.22 centimeter. It's not possible because it has only 1 point and one number. One number is not mean that it is not a. It doesn't mean one. It simply means number can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So it must be only one. For instance, it can be 6.8 centimeter. Your measurement should not exceed one number and another after point another number. Once you have two, it is not talking about meter low. So Jamb can group some words. They can group some things in the options Writing 0.81 centimeter is not this. These two, these things are not them. They are not them because the estimated error or the leading accuracy should be 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. So the things should lie here. Either you get 5 millimeter or you get 6 millimeter or 3 millimeter. So you are there. You should not have something like 3 point something or millimeter. For centimeter, it should be one number point one number. Do you understand? Something like 6.4, 8.2. Do you understand? Or 0 point something. It should not exceed one number after point. Do you understand? So that's what it means. So these two along, do you understand? They are what? It's an error. It's what? Error. It's an error. So there's an error that occur in meter rule. This error can occur. So they told you that you can avoid this error. Then we ask you this question. The error is called error due to parallels. They are called what? Parallels error. You can avoid this error by looking vertical downward. Vertical downward. You can avoid this error. Take note. Take note. Error that occur in metal rule are called parallels error. They are called parallels error. Do you understand? Parallels error. So this error simply means that the estimate is this and you are getting this, which is out of estimation. Do you understand? So the error is called parallels error. So you can avoid this error by looking vertical downward. By looking vertical downward. Error due to parallels by looking this is Jamb question. This is Jamb question. This is Jamb question. No, it's an office. This is Jamb question. Somebody will see this in Jamb 2025. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure. They will ask you this question. They will ask you this question. It's a Jamb question. Meter rule used to measure all kinds of lengths. Any type, so far they measure length. Length is meter rule. Length of anything is meter rule. Bear this in mind. One, leading accuracy is 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. This is the least error you can get. This is the least amount of error you can get. You cannot get them. You cannot get above this or below this. You cannot get this. This is the error due to parallels. So you can avoid them by looking vertical downward. Looking vertical downward. In metal rule, looking vertical downward. So it's very important you know this and no piece. The error you encounter during meter rule is called dash. Then we ask you this question. Error due to parallels. Then how can you avoid this error? You can avoid this error by looking vertical downward. Vertical downward. So listen to me. Then we ask you this question. Then we ask you this question. Then we ask you this question. They can use leading accuracy. They can use anything to ask you that one. It means the estimated error you can get in a meter rule. The answer is 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. You understand? Or they can use a group of words to ask you 6 point something this is the same thing or 5 millimeter is the same thing because they don't have this one does not have points. This one have 0.1. It does not exceed one number. You understand? So now, thanks so much, friends, for watching. I really appreciate for giving this video a thumbs up. Thanks.